Hey guys, it's Tao Uchiha, and I'm basically on a different note here. I'm doing Yu-Gi-Oh! I have my Machina deck. I run it the basic gadgets and a few Machina, but you'll see. I'm running 3 Machina fortresses, 3 gear frames, 2 forces. These are basically just for sacrifices for Machina Fortress. 2 green, 2 reds, and 2 yellow gadgets. It's basically for I always have something in my hand. 2 Scrapper Cyclers. These are basically to send this guy right here to the graveyard, so I can special summon him from the graveyard, because that's one of his effects. 2 Peacekeepers. When Peacekeeper is destroyed, I'm allowed to put another Union monster, which is another gear frame. Gear frame allows me to get a fortress. It all cycles out. 2 Cybers. Basically just, I might take them out because it's for just in case I have nothing on the field and I draw this guy. Special summon him. It's really good. Most people don't run this in the Machina deck, but Blast Spheres, you put this in defensive mode, and if your opponent attacks it, his monster is destroyed next turn. Now for spells. 3 Machina Armored United. Yeah, unit. Basically, if once per turn, when a machine monster is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 machine monster from your deck that has the same attribute but less attack. So let's say green is destroyed. I'm allowed to special summon yellow, which I'm allowed to put red into my hand. It all links together. I have 2 shrinks. Basically, whenever my opponent attacks me, activate Shrink. It cuts his monster's attack in half. He takes damage instead of I do, if his monster's weaker than mine. Solidarity. Since you're running a pure machine deck, you basically want, if a machine's in the graveyard and you have a machine out and you use Solidarity on it, it gains 800 attack points. 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Mystical Space Typhoon. These are basically for your spells and traps to get rid of. 1 Prohibition. I might put this in my side deck. This is just for my friend Mike Jones. He runs water, so Legendary Ocean is kind of screwed against this one unless he destroys it. 1 Lightning Vortex. That's just for field control of your opponent. Time for traps. 1 Starlight Road. This is basically if someone destroys all my monsters, like destroys 2 more of my monsters, I can stop it. But I like how it looks. 1 Time Machine. When my monster's destroyed, I'm allowed to play this card, and basically comes back in the same position it was, like a Monster Reborn. Don't even attempt to say this name. I don't know how it's pronounced. But it's if your opponent attacks me and I flip this, that monster's destroyed. 3-dimensional prisons. 3 of them. I run them because they basically remove your monsters from play. Remove your opponent's monsters from play. Makes it a lot easier. 2 Capsulite Evacuation Devices. Send your opponent's monster back to his hand. He summons a high-level monster. You send it back to his hand. He can't summon it that turn. He's allowed to summon it next turn, though, if he has the stuff for it. You get an attack. Stops an attack. Dust Tornado gets rid of 1 spell or trap card. Call of the Haunted. Brings back your monster from the graveyard. It's like a Monster Reborn, but these are still legal. And Defense Draw. Whenever your opponent attacks, you take no damage, you get to draw a card. It works. This is my deck. I'm basically running this with a Spellcaster water deck right now. He's working on his water deck, but it's... So far, our team's really good. We haven't really practiced much, but we're going to go into the Hahnville tournament. If they do doubles this year. If not, I'll own my opponent. My partner. Well, this is Tawa, signing out. Peace.